Hey y'all, I'm very excited to start playing this game with you guys. Let me start off by saying, welcome back to my channel. It is your friend Ken, and today we are going to be starting another long playthrough for another game. I was not at first going to stream this game on here because I have played it several times already. But you know, it's one of my favorite games to play, and I decided at some point that I was gonna go ahead and do it because I felt like it just wouldn't be right not to, because this game did start off me wanting to actually go deeper into gaming. So basically, to give you a little bit of backstory, I grew up a Nintendo child. So I had a Game Boy Advance SP, I had a Nintendo DS, I had a Wii. And then when I was even younger, I was doing like, you know, those CD-ROM games on Windows 98, 99, Barbie, Scooby-Doo, stuff like that. And that's pretty much up until adulthood, the amount of gaming that I played. And then when I became an adult, the first gaming system that I wanted to buy was a Nintendo Switch. So when this game came out, it came out a little later than, you know, later on this console than like, you know, PlayStation and Xbox. So I had to wait a while to play it. And when I did, it literally blew my mind. It blew my mind because I wasn't really familiar with like deep, heavy gaming. Like, it was basically, to explain, I had never heard of what a cutscene was. I didn't know what a boss fight was. I didn't know what RPG meant. I didn't know what NPC meant. I didn't know what a DLC was. Basically, none of the gaming acronyms. And this game really opened my eyes up to that world, and it made me want to explore more. So, you know, after I played this game, I decided that I wanted a PlayStation. So I got a PlayStation and bought the game on there. And then I decided, well, I got two gaming systems, so I should make a gaming desk or whatever, so I can just have more space to do things. So did that, and now I'm on YouTube streaming games with you guys. So, you know, I owe a lot to this game as far as like me starting to get more into the gaming world. So with that being said, the game that we're going to be streaming, if you guys haven't already figured it out by the music, is Hogwarts Legacy. Right, so like I said, I did already play this game, and if you guys don't like watching playthroughs of gamers who have already played certain games, then I guess this isn't the game for you. But if you guys are willing to chill with me, and if you guys have already played the game as well, I would love your feedback. I have beaten this game maybe three times, and I got to the House Cup ceremony twice. Something that I have not ever done though. You guys are going to get a first opportunity to see me do at least something on this game. I have never 100%ed the game. So usually I stop at level 34 because that's how you get to the House Cup. That's where you get to the House Cup ceremony. So I usually stop there, and I have also never done an evil playthrough either. So I was thinking I was gonna go ahead and do that on here, and my character isn't going to be in Slytherin house this time. All the other gamers, you know, every time they want to do an evil playthrough, I mean, it's, you know, every time they want to do an evil playthrough, they stick their character in Slytherin. Now, for people who haven't played this game before, this is not a decision-based game. This game gives the illusion of decisions. Ultimately, the end result is the same no matter what you choose. But there is two separate endings that you can get. And I've never done this ending before because usually I always pick the good one because I feel like it is a bit more satisfying. But like I said, I've never done an evil playthrough before, so I'm going to go ahead and do it on this with you guys. And this character, again, is not going to be Slytherin, because I am a firm advocate in believing that there are good Slytherins out there, and being a self-proclaimed and confirmed Slytherin myself from the official Harry Potter website, I'm sorry, we're not all evil. I represent the Slytherins that don't get any freaking camera time. So we're going to go ahead and play this game. It's not going to be Slytherin. I haven't decided where she's going to be yet. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm very excited, and I hope a bunch of Harry Potter fans are going to sit and play this game with me, and it's going to be great. So let's go ahead. All right. I'm so excited to be playing this game again, guys. Like, I started playing it for the first time in like 2023, like in December or so on the Nintendo Switch. And I had been obsessed with it for months after that. And I still love it. Sometimes I still go and play the game, you know, play the game just in between games because it's that fun to me. So hopefully it's that fun to you guys too. I did say at my last game playthrough that I was going to play another short game. another short game on PC with you guys, and I did try. I did try to do another short game. But I think the controls on PC makes me a little sick. And I already knew first person views made me sick too, but I was kind of hoping that it wasn't going to do that. And this game had both in it, first person view and PC controls. And I got sick as a dog. Like, I didn't throw up or anything, but I did have to go lie down. And then I realized I didn't really like the game either. It was kind of boring. So I just decided, you know what? I've been dying to play this game on here with you guys. So I just decided I'm just going to switch and go into the game I wanted to play. So I hope you guys enjoyed this with me. Okay, as you can see, I do have a few characters already here. I don't like deleting old gameplay when I have gotten so far into it, so I did delete one that I only got to level 8 with, so I can make room for a new character. So let's go ahead and start this out. Okay, I love reading this. We are pleased to inform you that you have been accepted into Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a fifth-year student. Term begins on on September 1st. Preliminary supplies have been collected for you and will accompany you on your journey to the castle. As you may be aware, the decree for the reasonable restriction of underage sorcery prohibits the use of magic by those under the age of 17 outside of school. However, due to your unique circumstances, the Ministry has graciously agreed to allow Professor Eleazar Fig to help you hone your spellcasting before escorting you from London to the castle for the start of term feast and sorting ceremony. Yours truly, M. Weasley, Professor Weasley, Deputy Headmistress. I love her character. Okie dokie. So, usually, this takes me a long time to do. Mainly because I'm always trying to figure out, let me scoot this over for now for you guys. I'm gonna put this over here somewhere. So you can see all the characters and stuff. So usually this character edit takes me a long time, mainly because I'm always taking forever to figure out what name I want. But this time I already got a name situated for y'all, so the character editing shouldn't take very long. This is the usual I go to. I am going to go ahead and make this a girl. Or someone with, feminine traits. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go with this face too, because usually I do go with this face. This is over on this side. I'm going to switch that so it looks like I'm looking at the camera. Okay. So, actually, you know what? I don't like that. Okay. Let's just go over here. Y'all be patient with me. I'm trying to figure out exactly where to put my camera so it doesn't look so weird. All right. So, usually I go with this face because I feel like it's the face that looks most like me. I don't know if y'all think so too. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna go with this face or whatever. I might put a comparison photo for some, like with a picture of me and some past characters that I did, just to compare the actual face together. But I think this face actually looks like me, especially when she puts on the glasses, which my characters usually always have glasses. Glasses just spice everything up for me. So she's gonna have glasses too. Skin tone, let's see. No, we don't need to be quite that dark. I am going to go ahead and make this character look as much like me as possible. I have had characters in the past that I'd made look different for my own reasons, but this one, we're going to go ahead and make her look like me. I like that. I like that. All right, let's go to hair. All right, so I'm going to give my unpopular opinion about the hair choices here. I don't think it's enough. I see a lot of people say like, oh, it has so many different hairstyles that you could have and everything. But honestly, there isn't really a huge selection for at least Black people, honestly. They got the basic hair afro, which is in every game. And then you have, this one, which, okay, kind of adorable, but like, kind of bland. And then, let's see. We have the locks, which is what I usually go for because I have locks too. And it's the only lock hairstyle that is here. And then there's some braids or whatever, the braided bun look that I feel like is probably geared more towards women. But every other hairstyle, I think, is more so for... So I think I heard my neighbors outside. every other hairstyle, I think, is more so masculine or for people that are not of my race. So I think they could have done better. I personally think video games should take into account what Snapchat offers as far as hairstyles go. They have a plethora of hairstyles to choose from, but no matter what race you are. So I think that video games should look more into them for some inspiration, because this just isn't quite there for me. I mean, look. She looks like she's wearing a wig. I hate this hairstyle. All right, but hairstyles that I've done in the past, I have done this one before. Of course, I do the locks most of the time. I have done this one too. I actually do think that one looks kind of cute. Or whatever, even though I'm pretty sure it's usually what a boy might choose. But I do like it on the female characters too. I have never done the afro just because I just feel like it's just too basic. I mean, afros are cute, in real life or whatever, but every game has this. So I never choose it. Okay, hold on, guys. I don't know what's going on outside. Give me a second. Girl, you scared the crap out of me. Okay, sorry. I got really nervous for a second there. Because I got someone knocking at my door at like almost 8 o'clock at night. I'm like, what? I didn't order anything. And sorry. I do not do the knocking on the door. So yeah, it was just a door dasher. Not the wrong door. I'm like, oh my God, who is knocking on my door this late at night? I don't do that. Gosh, okay, but it was just a door dasher, so we're fine. I just heard somebody banging on my door. Okay, so back to the character design. Sorry, I get stranger danger, so that made me nervous. Okay, I'm not sure what hairstyle I want to choose this time. Do I want to go classic and be locks, or do I want to try something different? There isn't really a whole lot of hairstyles that I like in here, if I'm being honest. I always do the locks. I don't know. So I love this game, but the hairstyles could use some work. Because I just don't feel like the rest of them, I mean, that's cool, I guess, but, absolutely not. No. And basically all of these hairstyles are like recycled throughout the game too. Like if you play the game and pay attention to all the NPCs' hair, you can find all of the NPCs' hairstyles here. I'm pretty sure that's Poppy's hairstyle. That one's kind of fun. It's giving Justin Bieber. Mm-hmm. I might just go with the locks again. At least for now. I know you can change your hairstyle later, so let me just go with that again. Also, as far as names goes, I do get very specific and creative with the names. And the first character that I made, it was her name wasn't really all that like fun in my opinion because I didn't really go out of my way to like really be creative with it. So the first character I made was of course a Slytherin, and her name was Sheree Salazar, and she was on Nintendo Switch. Sheree, just the S in Ken S, and Kinster is it stands for Sheree. That's my middle name. And Salazar, obviously Salazar Slytherin. So I wasn't really very creative with her, but every name after that, I feel like I was being pretty fun. So next character, her name was Sanique O'Shun, and she was a Ravenclaw. And then the first character I made on the PlayStation, her name was Artemis Anquette. And then after that, I made a Hufflepuff character. Her name was Blair Bishop, and she was the one character I made that didn't really look like me, just because really couldn't see myself in that house. So I made her look what I thought looked like an albino character. And I've also had an Iris Amore, I've had a Neytiri Kilu, I've had Valhara Asaju. I had one boy, and his name was Alazon the Fifth. So yeah, I've had quite a few characters. So yeah, hopefully this name will be just as fun to you guys. So I think I'm just gonna go with the locks. I think I can change it later, but I think I'm just gonna go with the locks this time for now. Yeah, see, I'm not. Yeah, that's cool for somebody or whatever, but you know, no. That looks terrible on anybody. I'm sorry, it just looks awful. Actually, I think that one might be Poppy's hair. I don't remember actually. Mm, and this one looks like Maddie's hair. I don't really care for that either. Yeah, we're gonna go with the locks for now. All right, so their color. Now, I go crazy for white locks for some reason. I think that looks kind of cool, but I feel like that's a bit too edgy for a character who's supposed to be like. I kind of wanted to do it to where I start out good, and then as the game progresses, start changing myself, and then ultimately choose the bad ending. So white might be a little too edgy. I don't know, especially for the house that I am considering going with for this evil playthrough. mm, no. Okay, I kind of like the chocolate. Mm, I hardly ever do like different colors. I had one, the Artemis and Cat character. Her locks were like a burgundy color, but that's as wild as I've been with the colors, except for the white, of course. This one's kind of fun for now, at least. Mm, mm, yeah, I think we can go with this one for now. Okay, let's go with scars. Okay, so y'all, I always give my character a scar Some people don't like them. I think a scar means that you've been through some stuff, you know? Especially like, with Harry Potter, of course, having his little lightning bolt scar or whatever. A scar means that you've been through some stuff and you're kind of tough. And this is the one that I usually go for because I think it's the coolest looking one. Should I go for that one? Maybe. This one's a bit too basic and it's covered up by my glasses anyway. This bear claw scar was the first one that I picked for my very first character. Because I think when it first came out on Nintendo Switch, this scar was not available. If I'm not mistaken. That one's kind of cool. That one's okay. This one I never really liked. Looks a little odd, and you can't really see it past the hair for real. I think I'm just going to go with my classic scar. Yeah, I think that's cool. Okay, complexion. She looks a little rosy. There. Kind of like the rosy look. She looks a little rosy, I guess. Little red spots. How does that look? Maybe she might be a little too rosy. I don't know. We'll go with that one. That should be okay. Alright, freckles. Do we want to give her freckles? So, I don't have freckles myself. But I do think it's cute when the character has it. Why do I kind of like these? I don't tend to see a lot of freckles on dark skin in real life or whatever, but I kind of like the way they look. What are you? Sure. Let's keep that. All right, next. Okay, so the eyebrows, I think the eyebrows look a little funny when the color changes on them, so I usually stick to just regular black eyebrows. If I have them. And at some point with other characters like Artemis and Ket, I did just take her eyebrows and completely have her eyebrowless, which I thought was kind of cool looking. Yeah, see, I don't really like the way they look when they're the same color as the hair. Do I want to go with the no eyebrow look? Nah, that might be a little too much. This time at least. Okay. I think that'll work. Okay. And as far as eye color goes, I do have a tendency to want to match my hair when it comes to the eyes. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that this time, though. Hmm. That's kind of a pretty eye color. I don't know how I feel about it with the hair, though. I think this one is supposed to match, I guess. Hmm. I kind of like this eye color. So we're going to go with this. I might change this character at some point, depending on how I feel. I think I might change her locks to white, though, when I start to get a little bit more evil. Okay.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
No, I'm good. We'll go with this one.
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Okay, so I have been told that my voice is rather deep, in a lot of situations, honestly, but I don't think it's.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Hold on, go back.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
It's not quite that deep, I don't think.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
Let's try that. Okay, as far as the difficulty on this game, look, I normally choose just go with normal, which I'm probably just gonna go ahead and do this time. 2. I don't know how I feel about doing it on hard. It makes me nervous. Should I do it on hard for a little bit and see if it works out for me though? Maybe at least for a little bit of the game. I don't know if I want to be on hard mode for like the bigger battles, but maybe for a little bit of the game, try it on hard mode. I'm gonna change it back. If I keep dying, I'm gonna change it back, y'all. I'm gonna change it back if I keep dying. So let's try hard for a little while. This is the first time I'm ever playing it on hard. So again, a lot of first times. All right. So the name that I chose, her name is going to be. I wrote it down. Satin Adisa. I think that sounds kind of cool. Don't you think? Oops. Satin. Okay, and usually I do put some kind of funky symbol, like one of these at the top. It does not mean that I am pronouncing it any differently than what I just said. I just think the symbols look cool. It's showing a DT here because I did have a character named Domino a DT as well. So I come up with some fun names. I think. Okay. What do I want to go with though? Okay. Back it up. Let's. What symbol do I want to go with this time? No. Satin Adisa. I think that's pretty. Right? Okay. So are we good with this character? Let me go look at the hair color again. Sorry. Because I kind of like this one. So I think I'm going to go with this one. Yeah. Okay, and we're going to do this on hard mode for a little while. We'll see how long I can last on hard mode, y'all. I said, given the fact that I have played this game several times, hard mode shouldn't be quite that hard, but you never know. Turn up the music just a little bit. All right, y'all. We ready? I think we're ready. Satin Adisa.
It appears we are almost ready to depart. It's a pity we didn't have a bit more time to spend on spellcasting. I presume you've been practicing the spells we worked on.
I have, Professor.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never seen anyone take so quickly to a second-hand wand. You'll be a force to be reckoned with when you get your own.
Thank you, Professor Fig. I appreciate you working with me before the term begins.
Oh, Eleazar!
George, glad my rather cryptic description of our location did not thwart your finding us.
I've apparated to more vaguely defined destinations than this. Though I confess I may have miscalculated slightly on my first try. Gave quite the fright to some theatre-goers in the West End.
It's been much too long. When I received your owl, I must say I...
Best not speak here, Eleazar.
Of course. Why don't we speak en route to Hogwarts? We have a start-of-term feast and a sorting ceremony to get to.
Wonderful idea! As long as your young charge here doesn't mind me tagging along.
Not at all, sir.
After you.
Not at all, sir.
Ages since I've been to the castle. Would be good to see the old pile of rocks.
Hopefully Hogwarts Legacy 2 gives us a couple more opportunities to be in London. I feel like that would be fun. Be in London, you know, visit, you know, Diagon Alley and not just Hogsmeade. That'd be fun.
Glad I caught you before you left for Scotland.
Just barely.
And who is your traveling companion?
A new student.
New?
Yes, sir. I'm starting school as a 5th year.
How extraordinary.
It is indeed. None of the faculty has ever heard of anyone being admitted to Hogwarts so late.
Nor have I.
Of course, as the other 5th years will have been honing their magical skills for 4 years now, the headmaster asked if I could get our new student up to speed a bit before the term begins.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better mentor. Professor Fig is not only an exceptional teacher, he's also a remarkably intuitive and gifted wizard.
Yes, it is. Me and Professor
Mr.
Fig are
Osric is
buds.
prone to flattery.
He's only
I
second
dare say
to
it's one of the
Sebastian.
reasons he's risen
And we
so
will meet him
far
later for those of you who have not played this
expert.
game yet.
Have you seen this?
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat Ranrock really is.
Although I've yet to convince my colleagues at the Ministry, I believe he is a significant threat. And it was your wife, Eleazar, who alerted me to his activities months ago.
Miriam? How?
She wrote to me about Ranrock before she died, wondering what the Ministry knew about his activities. Before I could respond, I received this. It was the last thing she sent me, Eleazar. It came to me via her owl, but with no correspondence. I can only assume
That she had to get rid of it quickly. To keep it safe.
presumably from Ranrock. I cannot open it. Whatever magic protects this is powerful indeed.
It looks like goblin metal. That symbol.
What's that glow?
I don't see a glow.
Nor do I. Merlin's beard. How did you...
Wait!
We can see the glow.
We did.
Whew. All right. This threw me off when I first watched it. Like, okay, we starting off real strong with the action here. Bye, George. Okay, yeah, I thought something was going on with my audio, which it could still be.
You're hurt.
I'm gonna be upset if I notice that the audio is messed up at some point in this game, but it looks like it's fine
It's
now.
Wigan World potion. That stuff will right you in a second.
All right.
What happened?
Poor George. I can't believe he... What the hell got into that damn thing? Attacking a carriage mid-air? A typical dragon would never...
Professor? Sir, where are we?
I'm not sure. But that key you discovered was clearly a port key.
Port key?
An item enchanted to bring whoever touches it to a specific place.
I'm feeling better, sir. If you'd like to look around a bit.
I would. But stay close. We've no idea who created this port key. Or why.
Also, y'all, something else that I had to kind of relearn. When I first started playing this game, I am left-handed. So when I first started it, I was using the left-handed feature on the game, not realizing that most games don't provide that. So I basically had to kind of relearn how to play with the right hand, which I guess isn't much different, but it basically switches the controls around. So the controls you would use to fight are now the controls that you would use to like switch things out and do like healing and stuff. Whereas, before it was switched around. So yeah, I don't think I've ever finished the game with playing it with right hand. Well, the normal way or whatever, normal. So that might make hard mode a little bit hard for me personally, because I haven't done the game full out with the regular way. So I did decide to switch it just because every other game, the controls are pretty much the same if you were not playing it on left-hand mode here. So I decided to switch it out so I wouldn't confuse myself with other games. But of course, that means I had to kind of relearn how to play it. So we'll see how hard mode works for me with still not being 100% used to playing it with the right hand. I have played other games with the controls, so hopefully it'll be easier.
How far did that port key take us?
Farther from London than the carriage travelled. We're somewhere in the Scottish Highlands.
Sir, those ruins. Do you
The
think...
port key was meant to lead us there. I do. This has not been the day either of us expected. But Miriam sent that port key to George for a reason. And I believe that she, and now George, died in pursuit of whatever it was meant to lead to. If you're sure you're all right, and wouldn't mind indulging me, I'd like to have a look around.
Absolutely, sir.
Good. Let's see if we can find a path, however faded it may be.
All right, following you.
Mind your step.
Where do you suppose your wife got the port key that brought us here?
A good question. Miriam spent years searching for evidence of a long-forgotten form of ancient magic.
Ancient magic?
Yes, a powerful magic wielded by a rare few that seems to have been lost to time. Hogwarts Castle was built by, and is itself a stronghold of that ancient magic. I don't know where she came into possession of the port key, but I am certain it was to do with that search. Ah, there's the path down below. This way.
But sir, why was your wife
Keep
searching
up, sir.
for evidence of lost magic?
Miriam wanted to understand why such powerful magic disappeared from the wizarding world. Spoke of the good it could do. But magic is no different than any power. What really matters is the one who wields it.
This is really a beautiful game.
Is that ice?
It's not cold enough here. It appears to be a sort of enchantment. Someone wanted to block this path. Let's see some of that one work you were practicing. Focus on the center.
Sure.
Excellent!
Yeah, so basically playing on left hand, I had to hit R2 there for the basic cast. When I played it on left hand, it was L2. So that's how that switches. So literally that and everything that's on one side was on the other. So it was a little complicated trying to learn how to play with the regular way.
That was a bit rougher than I'd expected. Your one work's improving with every cast.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Professor.
Ah, up there.
Okay, before we go, let me make sure I get all my boxes. Oop.
We're close now. It's just ahead. Steady yourself. Reparo!
I don't think we ever repair anything quite that big in this game.
Almost there.
Why would someone have built this here?
I suspect they valued their privacy. That portkey led us here for a reason. Let's have a look around for anything that seems out of place.
Sure. Is there any more chests? What's here? Okay, yes, we understand the map. I don't think there's any more chests around here, if I'm not mistaken.
Professor, this statue.
Professor!
This may have been his home.
Okay.
Professor, it's a mural of some kind.
Perhaps our host was a noted seer. Interesting.
I see some tarot cards over here. Okay, what are these? He's translating the stars for us.
That enchanted crystallized stone again. But what could it be blocking? What's this?
Professor Fig!
How odd. Why would someone have conjured that enchanted stone here?
And how is there a room behind it?
What room? I don't see anything.
There's that glow again, like the glow on the portkey container.
What in Merlin's name? Godric's heart.
Where are we?
I don't believe it.
Universal Studios did a really good job bringing this specific place to life, Gringotts Bank. I was going to ride the what was it? Escape from Gringotts ride. Yeah, they scaled that place pretty good. And the animatronics are great too for the
Hello?
goblins. I always think he is so adorable in a really ugly way.
It can't be.
Hello.
Just a moment. Oh. Wait a minute.
Welcome to Gringotts Wizarding Bank. Vault number 12, I presume.
Precisely.
The key?
Hmm?
Your wife's portkey.
Oh, yes, of course.
This way, then.
Stay close.
After you. Keep your hands inside the cart if you don't wish to lose them.
How many vaults are there in Gringotts?
Hundreds. In fact, you'll see.
I can
quite
see
a
why
few
they
on the
decided to
way
make this a
vault
ride.
number 12. As we speak, we're just beneath the main lobby. The vaults you see now are the newest.
Are private entrances to the bank common at Gringotts?
They are most uncommon. Only one with great wealth or power, or both, could have arranged for such a service. You'll want to take a breath.
A what? That waterfall washes away all enchantments. It's a security measure.
Experienced the thief's downfall before, have you?
Heard of it?
These are the lower vaults that we're passing now.
How deep are we going?
Vault number 12 was commissioned shortly after Gringotts was founded over 4 centuries ago. It resides in the deepest part of the bank. Settle in. We've quite a distance to go.
Vault number.
Vault 12. Momentous day.
On your way.
Looking a bit sussy, sir.
Professor, the armband the guard was wearing was
glow you saw on the portkey container?
No, darker. I saw that same glow on the dragon's collar.
Yeah, what was that?
We were just wondering about that goblin back there.
He watches over the oldest section of the bank. Rare anyone goes there anymore. Here we are.
When was the last time this vault was accessed?
A goblin has been stationed at my desk for hundreds of years. In that time, no one has visited Vault 12 until today. Vault 12.
Thank you for your help.
Yeah. Also, something that I noticed about this, like a lot of people say that they wish that this game would have had better like memory when it comes to making decisions. It is designed, I feel, for you to be a hero and not a villain. So some of the decisions I sometimes feel if you choose the bad one, the game doesn't always make it make sense. But we're gonna do what we do. I still think the game is still pretty fun, even though it kind of gears you to be good.
What do you suppose we should be looking for?
I'm not sure. Sir, I wonder if you
The
might...
instructions for Vault 12 indicate that I am to grant access to the holder of the key and then close the door.
Wait!
Professor?
That was certainly unexpected. Let me think. There must be something here. Revelio, perhaps.
Revelio?
Yes, a revealing charm. No time like the present. Let's see what we're missing, shall we? Ready your wand and focus.
Okay, so usually this is pretty easy, but I think it's harder when you do it on hard mode. So let's focus. Oh, okay. Okay. That wasn't so bad. I think the red light, the red little spark goes faster when you do it on
I
hard
saw
mode.
something.
Move a bit closer and try again.
Nope.
A door.
I forgot which button it was for a second.
That's a start. There's that symbol again. I don't suppose you see a way to...
I do, Professor. That symbol has the same glow as the one I saw in the portkey container.
If what you can see reveals the way forward, then I dare say we are about to discover the secret of this vault. Lead the way. Lumos! This is no ordinary vault. I suspect we will need to earn our way out of here.
What do you mean, earn our way out? Do you think this is some sort of test?
I do. But to what end, I can't say. Stay close. There will be no disapparating if things go poorly. Not out of Gringotts.
Revelio.
For those of you who have played this game and missed this stuff, there are a couple of chests somewhere in here. I don't think it pops up at this part, but when you're alone, I think they pop up. So gotta make sure you get all of them.
I see something up ahead.
What is it?
That glow again, but on the floor.
Lumos! What happened?
When I moved towards the glow, it suddenly seemed as if the ground was swirling about.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
You seem to have caused the floor to change.
That statue.
What statue?
I see some sort of statue, but only as a reflection in the floor. Revelio.
I presume this is what you saw reflected in the floor.
It is. The reflection's still there, but the statue's positions don't match. Wait, when you moved, the reflection turned in the direction of the light.
Perhaps you should cast Lumos.
I personally hope in the next game that there are more variations of voices too. I feel like it makes sense for the character to have like a kind of British accent, but it'd be cool to see other accents from other places since wizards can come from other places. You know, there's one character in this game that has an accent as if she's from Uganda. So I think, yeah, more accents would be cool. Also, even though this is a British accent, this character's voice is the only one that sounds kind of generic, while everyone else has kind of like a unique sound to their voice. Hers sounds a bit robotic, and so does the boy sound. So, you know, I just hope there are more voices in the next Hogwarts Legacy 2 game.
Lumos.
Well done.
Now the reflection is turning towards me. It does follow the light. Potato.
Accio! Descendo! Levioso! Deposo!
Professor Fig know how to get down.
Levioso!
Oh,
Confringo!
okay. That's that hard mode kicking in.
Exposo!
That's okay. We got these guys.
Deposo! Descendo!
Potato. Stupefy.
Levioso!
Stupefy.
I think the trick to battling is to, instead of looking at like your opponents, look at your character. If you keep your eyes on your character, you'll usually go ahead and hit Protego when you're supposed to. Usually.
Lumos. Professor? Professor Fig!
Professor, where are you?
This isn't good.
Okay, so we're going to use Aurelio. Ah, see there?
Lumos.
There's a case
Where am
over
I supposed to
here.
go? What's happening? The wisps of magic seem to be leading me somewhere.
Alright, so for those of you who played this game and missed these chests, go back and play it again so you can get these chests.
Revelio.
Oh, there's another one.
Lumos. Revelio.
Oh, there's another one. Okay.
Lumos. Oh, that's where they're leading me. That glow again.
We're getting this chest first, girly.
Revelio. I suppose I'm on my own this time.
It's okay. We got this. Okay, there's 30 of them. Okay, oh yeah. Okay.
It seems I have no choice. I'm going to have to fight my way out of here.
We got this.
Stupefy. Stupefy.
Ah, I hit it. All right, so let me tell y'all a funny story. When I first played this game, it took me forever to get past this part because I was having to fight pensive guardians over and over and over again because I did not read this crap. Hold triangle during Pertigo to stun enemies with Stupefy counterattack. Stun enemies take extra damage, indicated by gold numbers. If you do not hit Stupefy, the game will continue and the pensive guardians will keep coming up. When I was playing on Switch for the first time, I did read this and died multiple times, and I wanted to cry. And it was just the beginning of the game. Not trying to sneak up on me, are you? Thought you was gonna get me. That's it.
Lumos.
When I finally figured out what I was doing wrong, it was ridiculous how easy that was to beat. Alright, which direction I'm going? Okay. And gotta make sure they know my chests. Need my chests anywhere? Nope.
Lumos. Revelio.
No. No more chests. Alright, we got them all, I think. There are a couple of chests in here too, just in case y'all overlooked them when y'all played this. Yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I also made the discovery that if you don't go directly to this first, if you go over to this door, Professor Fig will talk to you through the door. Because apparently he's stuck over here.
Hello? Are you there?
Professor Fig?
Yes.
If you don't go to this door, he will not speak.
All right. I'm somehow back in the entry room to the vault.
I don't see a way to open the door.
There must be something. I'll keep looking over here.
Okay. No. Professor Fig, while we love him, he's not going to be that much help throughout this game. But, you know. And it's not 100% certain what he teaches either. We don't know what he teaches in the game either. We just know that he has a classroom and an office.
There you are. How did you... What is this place?
I don't know. But I found this floating above that basin.
That is no mere basin. That is a pensive for viewing memories. I wonder... Follow my lead.
All is in place.
The portkey is well hidden.
Perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created...
May be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can.
Your ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival. We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain.
Yes, and if we are correct, Charles, the witch or wizard who completes the trials will have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge, and the responsibility that accompanies it.
We've done all that we can.
That's what you're seeing. The glow that surrounded them.
Yes, sir.
Astonishing.
Can I see magic?
Traces of an ancient magic, to be precise. The magic that Miriam had always believed existed, but could never. Miriam, and perhaps George, died in pursuit of knowledge that has been dormant for centuries. And you, it seems, are the key to understanding why.
Are we? Are we the drama? Oh my god. We are the stars.
Who were they?
I don't know. But, sir, you shouldn't be in here.
I was right.
Look at this ugly fool.
Ramrock. Seems my reputation precedes me. I was beginning to think no one was ever going to visit Rackham's vault.
Something that I would love to acknowledge, that I saw somebody else acknowledge at some point, is that there is a black goblin back here. Do y'all see this one back here in between Ranrock and this guy with the hat? He's definitely black.
Sir, they have the key to the vault.
Choose your next words wisely.
I only meant that the
He's such a
instructions
sweet
to Vault
goblin.
12 were quite clear. Sir, I must insist. I was to grant
He's black.
access only
This
to
one over here.
key, and you didn't have
He didn't even have to do him like this. He was just trying to do his job.
I
Jeez.
have no patience for traitors. Now, where were we? I'm not
So
giving you
rude.
anything. Well, perhaps your young friend.
I mean, you can tell by the
here
nose.
will be
Like, his
more
nose is wider or whatever, and while the other goblin's noses are pointier. And he's brown. This goblin's black, y'all. It's perfect.
No way out.
Are you all right?
Fine, sir.
I've never seen so powerful a goblin. He seemed wholly unaffected by my magic.
We're gonna take him down a couple pegs, though. It's okay.
Are we?
There can only be one bad guy in this world, and it's gonna be us.
It can't be. It seems those who set up the pensive, the locket, and the path to both wanted someone with your ability to end up here. Come. We have a sorting ceremony to get to.
I wonder how much money that the creators of this game had to pay to use that one little tune from the most popular sound in the Hogwarts world, the Harry Potter world, or whatever. This is the only time in this video game that song plays. Gotta love this castle, man.
Oh, good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony. I'm no expert, but that seems more appropriate.
Thanks,
Now,
Professor. This took me a lot
I
of
need
time.
to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony? Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem
Enough.
has...
Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
What are you gonna do? Just throw me in some random house or something, or put me in the
I'll be in
basement because
touch.
I don't have a spot to be in? You're gonna sort me. Stop being so weird. And it's funny. I represent the adults who just got finished reading the book series for the first time, and I was so elated when I realized he was actually in the books. As a portrait, of course, because
Professor
he
Weasley,
was already dead.
We've one
But
more to be
he's in the
sorted.
books.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
All right, y'all. So, I do have this game linked to my Potter website account, my Wizarding World website account. So the hat is going to automatically put me in Slytherin. I am going to change that though. So it's not going to give me the prompt where I get to pick like character traits and stuff or anything like that. It's going to put me in Slytherin and we're going to change it. Okay, so let's see. Classes or exploring? We're going to choose the explore one this time.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit. But your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. Interesting. You've recently learned that you possess a rare ability. I detect a growing sense of ambition, an eagerness for power. Perhaps you belong in Slytherin.
No, Hat. You just think that because my account is connected to this. So we're going to choose a different one. All right, so here's the fun of it all. We're not going to do Slytherin because if we're doing an evil playthrough and picking Slytherin is too predictable and annoying, and everyone does it because no one can see good in Slytherin, so whatever. But we're not going to pick Slytherin. I feel like there was a reason why I didn't want to pick Ravenclaw either. I can't remember what it is anymore. Which house should I go with? Hmm. To be honest, I would love to see an evil Hufflepuff. something about this is I just want to see an evil Hufflepuff. On the Wizarding World website, I think it says that Hufflepuff births the least amount of dark wizards. I don't think it says that they don't have any. So I feel like we could be more memorable as a dark wizard if we were in Hufflepuff first. We would stand out. I hate seeing all that yellow though, but I do love your commons room, and that means I also get to go to Azkaban. Decisions. I feel like we already have a storyline with the Gryffindor turned evil with Peter Pettigrew, so we don't need to do that on this playthrough. An evil Hufflepuff sounds fun. And they have the probably the best segue into the Richard Jackdaw storyline, so I think I'm gonna do Hufflepuff.
And your loyalty to a friend delayed your arrival here this evening.
Hufflepuff, known for patience, loyalty, and hard work. Debatable. Sorry. It's all in good fun. I'm going to be teasing y'all about this game, guys. It's all in good fun. I love y'all Hufflepuffs. But all of these traits are debatable. Yeah, I think we're going to go with Hufflepuff today. Yep. Evil Hufflepuff, loading.
Better be Hufflepuff!
And that's on Hilda.
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled.
AKA the developers did not want to edit Slytherin into this game, so this is what we're going to give you to justify why there's no freaking Quidditch in this game.
You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
I don't understand why he thought that was a dismissal, though. I felt like he was still talking to us.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
She was doing that anyway, sir. Go ahead, Mr. Weasley. Professor Weasley.
I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my
We love a
distinct honor
Weasley,
to show you
even
to
though your
common room.
great grandson, or however many greats there is, probably not great, probably great. There might be only one great there, maybe great grandma or whatever. Your great grandson is a little annoying, but we still love a little Ronald
I'm
Weasley.
sure that's never stopped you before.
It hasn't, Professor.
Now, here we are at the entrance to the Hufflepuff Common Room.
This is the entrance.
Indeed. I will explain what to do, but I hesitate to do it myself as one errant knock leads to being doused in vinegar. Most unpleasant. You must tap the barrel, 2 from the bottom, middle of the second row, in the rhythm of Helga Hufflepuff.
Okie dokie.
Well done.
Neat.
Now go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
All right, Miss Hufflepuff. Let's
Looks
start
like
working on
everyone's
turning you
gone.
evil.
Better head to the common room.
Okay. Yeah, I will admit that you guys do have the best commons room. It seems it's very rustic, very cozy. That's fun. And I can honestly tell, like, Helga, I feel like definitely is the founder that actually really cared about her students more than the other ones. Um, because it's canon that Godric Gryffindor went for the bravest, you know, the bravest and the most chivalrous. Salazar Slytherin, he was looking for ambition and cunning, and also pureblood, while Rowena Ravenclaw was looking for the smartest, and Helga decided that she would just take the rest and work with them and build them up and, you know, give them a place to belong. And I think that sounds nice. So she has the coziest common room. I feel like she's probably the one that cares about her students the most. Maybe I'm wrong, but you know, I would sleep here. This little nook, I would sleep here. But yeah, she took her students based off of like, what they could be, while the other founders, they valued what the students could bring to the table initially. So, you know, there's something to be said about that.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
All right. Well, Lenora, since you're the closest.
Oh, hello. She's awfully regal,
I find her a
isn't
bit
she?
annoying,
Is
but
that your
she's
owl?
sweet.
I don't know who she is. Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. Owls choose their own company anyway. Wait, you're the new 5th year. Quite the
Yes, I am.
dramatic entrance you made. Can't imagine wanting to call attention to yourself, especially since everyone will be watching to see how much you already know.
I'm not worried.
I'm really not worried. I'm sure I'll be fine. Nevertheless, it is rather unusual. You must feel terribly out of place. Of course, presumably, as a hard-working Hufflepuff, you'll prove yourself in no time. I'm hard-working too, as you might suspect. But sometimes I think I should have been a Ravenclaw. I've rather a
No, the hat
searing
isn't wrong,
wit.
honey.
At
You
least
stay
people
where
have
you need
always
to stay where
told
you
me
are.
so. I'm Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you. You've such a lot to do.
Yeah. Why do you think you should have been a Ravenclaw girl?
Do you really think you should have been in Ravenclaw? Well, my brothers were. They both work in the ministry now. I suppose you could say that wit runs in the family. My aunt was a Gryffindor, though, and I've always had plenty in common with her. Determination, valor, daring. The old sorting hat was spoiled for choice with me.
If you say so.
It was nice meeting you, Lenora. Of course. Adieu.
Take another apple. Hello. There's my girl Poppy. We'll see. We'll interact with her later.
Still have a bump on my head from herbology last week.
Arthur's got you. It's all right.
Yeah, they really do have a great commons room. All these plants. The cats running around.
Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong. Oh, hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff, yes? I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right?
Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon?
Who wants to know? I'd rather not talk about it. Well, we're gonna gloat.
That one is true. Not the typical start to a new school.
That's dreadful. Well, I'm glad you made it here alive. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do. I hope you have a wonderful first day.
Are you sure everything is all right with your uncle?
Oh, yes. He travels for work, always busy. I'm sure he just wrote it in a rush. Nothing to worry about.
Pretty sure we're gonna have to help her later. Find this dead
Thank
uncle
you,
of hers.
Adelaide. Be seeing you.
Of course. And good luck.
I don't trust any of the boys. You find one venomous tentacular on your pillow and you don't soon forget.
Arthur's got you. It's all right. You don't need to be frightened, little cat.
Kitty!
I can't quite reach.
Come on, you went that way.
Hope they can catch him. Big castle for a student to get lost in, let alone a cat.
He'll come back.
I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. I still get lost sometimes. Welcome to Hufflepuff, by the way.
The NPC
Really
disappeared.
glad to have you in our house. I'm Arthur.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Was that your cat?
No, one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own, unfortunately. My mother doesn't think too highly of them, especially magical ones.
I think magical pets are incredible. I tend to agree with your mother. I am someone who loves animals, so we'll go with they're incredible.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think magical beasts are rather incredible.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, glumbumbles, bowtruckles. I thought they were only pictures in books before. Well, Dad did bring home a puffskein once. Mum was furious. Anyway, I better go make sure the first years caught that cat. Don't want them to be late on their first day.
Very helpful. Very helpful, Arthur. Very helpful.
Have you ever had a pet, Arthur?
No. My mother's a muggle. And as soon as the puffskein that my dad brought home stuck its tongue up her nose, it went right back to the shop.
Oh. So he's a half-blood. I do wish that hope that in the next game they give us some kind of backstory for the main character too. You don't know anything about her parents or where she came from or where he came from, depending on what you do with the character. But there's no backstory on the main character. I think that's a little weird. We don't know if she's a pure blood or half blood or a muggle-born or anything.
Nice meeting you, Arthur. And good luck finding that cat.
Thank you. Try not to get lost in the castle yourself.
Is the new Hufflepuff out of bed yet?
Yes, Poppy.
Professor Weasley's waiting for them outside the common room.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Also, I'm sure you guys already noticed that I'm playing this on PlayStation. I do have the game on PC too, but it just flows a lot better on the PlayStation and probably on the Xbox too. And also, the PC, I only really got it on the PC so I can check out the mods. And while the mods are cool, I feel like a lot of them can come off as rather cheatish. And I definitely wanted to play the game for what it was. It would be nice to be able to change the clothes of my friends so they can kind of like rock with me as far as the outfits goes or whatever. And what else? Also have some extra spells in our arsenal. There is a mod on there that you can go ahead and have all the spells initially, but I feel like that's part of what makes it cheatish. But I don't think it would be cheating if you added spells because you're never going to get them in the game anyway. So depends on which ones you download, but the game does flow a lot better on the PlayStation, so we're just going to play it on here for now.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Revelio.
Alright, House Elf Recipe Book. Rumored to contain some of Helga Hufflepuff's original creations, this book holds a collection of Hogwarts students' favorite recipes over the centuries. Some dishes, like pickled dirigible plums, are likely an acquired taste. It sounds like it's an acquired taste. It reminds me of durian, which I know is very acquired. Alright, check our progress. Alright. Get through this prompt. Alright, this is where we unlock challenges and get gear after we finish them.
Clever, isn't it?
Yes, it
Keep
is.
your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
That's so pretty. So much detail went into creating this game because something that I have to acknowledge is that, J.K. Rowling's books describe the castle and, the movies kind of gave us a visual representation of what they look like, visually. But even the movies use like various different locations in places like, Scotland and UK and whatnot and, studios. But we never got a chance to see every inch of the castle, and this game pretty much provides it for us. So I think it's something to be said about the developers and the time it took to create all of these patterns and nooks and crannies. You know, I appreciate it.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Okey-dokey. Even though I feel like a couple of these are kind of dumb questions. Or whatever, but you know, we can still ask them because all she's gonna do is tell us, well, it's charms, jinxes, duh.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes. All
Yeah.
terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Heckert in charge of our students' education in that regard.
As you guys can probably guess, if I was in Hogwarts and there was an animal that I was going to bring, I'd probably bring a cat. Because I have a cat. Either that or an owl.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
Stop being nosy. We don't snitch around here.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said.
Then you should listen to him.
Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say
She's
I
so
chose the
suspicious.
dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Hi, Professor Fig.
It's good to see you, Professor.
I told
And
her
you.
nothing.
I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
You sure did. She doesn't suspect a thing. Well, she does, but she doesn't know a thing. Did I not like lying to her? It was pretty easy, so yeah, I did.
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
I'm just gonna get through all those. All right, which one we want to go to first? Let's go meet our girl Natty in Charms class.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Okay.
Showing off is a muggle trait.
I might move the thingy over here to my camera. Just because we like to see the levels grow, I think. Or maybe we could put it here. Because we also like seeing what we get in our chests and stuff. We'll see. I'll decide where I want to put it eventually. Where I want it to stay. Again, so much detail went into this. I mean, look at this. Gotta give credit where credit is due for these people behind this game. Shaza, you have to stay still so I can play. Okay? You have to stay still. Oh. Please don't pull out my headphones, sir. Sir. Jesus. Okay. You then got tangled up in my headphones, honey. Oh, wait a minute. Shaza, you're tangled up in my headphones. Okay, you're gonna have to go sit down somewhere. That was my cat, Shaza. He sometimes gets in the way, but he's very lovable.
For all eternity, let us
You can get all sorts of
Revelio. Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the left.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Hey,
Thank
girl.
you. Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student.
That's me.
Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to year 5 of charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right? Now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now.
I don't know anything yet, though. It's my first
months
day.
must have really taken a
I need the
toll on you
book.
all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm?
I feel like it's funny.
Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into
I'll let him
pairs and
finish
take
talking.
positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
So I was about to say, I think it's kind of funny how no one rose their hand, but Natty very clearly remembers how to do Accio. They didn't raise their hand. And that's how we do it.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
All right, let's see if hard mode is going to make this more difficult for me.
So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done.
All right, so a trick that I learned with this game, and it does get kind of complicated when they start putting obstacles here, is that if you pull the ball with Accio and then release it at the orange, so I think that's what, 30 or 20? No, I think it's 20 or whatever. Whatever the orange is. If you release it at the orange, it stops at 50 every time.
Splendid!
Buenissima. Ooh, Professor Ronan. Dang.
That's it! Excellent control there.
Every time.
Very good. Points to Hufflepuff. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the Blues just as
All right,
before,
Natty.
and Miss
Let's see if I can
Onai,
give you this
you
work.
are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Watch this.
Okay, Natty, you got skills. You got skills.
There we go.
But so do we, honey. So do we.
Splendid!
Here we go.
Okay, okay. She's trying to tie with me or something.
That is how it's done.
Hold on, girl. It's okay. Don't gloat too soon.
Nicely done. Let us see this.
Okay. You messed up a little bit, girl.
Yes!
Oh, don't celebrate. And that is how it's done.
Perfect score. Remarkable. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I
See,
think we are well past interesting at this point.
this is when it starts to get more complicated.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this.
All right, all right.
There we go.
All right, let's see. Sometimes I fuck up. Excuse my language. Sometimes I mess up with this. Nice. Oh, girl, don't bump into me now.
That's it.
Here we go.
Ooh, ooh. Oh, that messed you up, honey.
That is how it's done.
There's room for, you know. That's what I'm looking for. There's room for correction.
Quite impressive.
Improvement. That's what I was looking for.
Be sharp.
Girl, if you knock my ball off. I was about to say, girl, if you knock my ball off, I'm going to be mad. All right. And that is how it's done.
2 perfect rounds. You're a natural.
And that is how it's done. Satin, yes, girl.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Especially me.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
I appreciate that. I'm holding my own. We like Natty, so we'll be mostly nice to her.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly. I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Uganda is so cool of a school. I read up on it. I read up on all the schools on the official Harry Potter website, and not Uganda, Wagadu is so cool. They get their acceptance to the school by dreams, and they do wandless magic, and they're all animaguses. So much so that it scared the crap out of the ministry, apparently.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
I don't understand why we would assume that the magic is weaker. See, that's that European complex. That European I'm better than everybody else thing or whatever. Because why would it be weaker just because there's no wand? If anything, the wand is a handicap because all the students here, if they ain't got no wand, they don't know how to use magic. Even though it is very cool, but still a handicap.
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It is very dramatic. I'm not going to say it's not cool looking, but, you know, I'd rather be able to cast magic without a wand.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Thanks, Natty girl.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on the clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
These two are going to get us into so much trouble in this game.
If you would.
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Ravenia.
Gotta love all the details. Sometimes I just gotta stop and look at them. And this wall has basically like all the spells, and not just the ones that are in the game, but spells that they pop up in the books. So there's a Pisky in here. I see Cafundo, Ridiculous, Relatio. All of these spells appear in the books, and he's got them all over his walls. It's a pretty cool detail. Isn't that neat? That's so cool.
wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I
Yeah,
enjoyed
we
the
showed
match.
her a
Miss
good game.
Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Alright, leveling up, level up, level up. And for those of you who don't know, this game does have 40 levels to it. So yeah, usually I get to level 34 and then stop because that's when you can do the House Cup ceremony. But I'm going to pace myself in the game enough to be able to get to level 40 by the time the story is over.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello. Yes, I am.
Hello. You wanted to speak to me.
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
It wasn't too challenging of a lesson. Like I said, we're going to start off nice.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
You need to be careful with that wand, sir. Get it together. I have uncollected points somewhere. We love the gear. And a new pair of glasses. I will say that I do like being able to download like new outfit mods too, because there is one or two, I think it's a couple of them that have glasses there, and I love a good pair of glasses. Like y'all will probably never see me without some on, and there's a whole collection of different glasses you can choose from. So the Ravenclaw character that I made on there, she has the kind of flippy glasses that like Dwayne Wayne has in A Different World, if y'all have ever seen that show. And I just think it's so fun and cool. So I wish the game had more glasses initially, but it's okay.
Life seems rather dull in the hamlets around
Kitty!
here.
Let's pet the
I'd
cat.
much rather live in a big city like London.
I'll be weeks from Spintwitches.
Oh, you want some love
Interesting
too?
notions about how to
Kitty.
improve brooms. Where's the stuff does that one?
Hello. Hello, kitty.
I'd like to do some window shopping in Hogsmeade this weekend. Don't have the galleons to actually buy anything.
Okay.
If
Let's
we
go
see
finding some stuff.
And then the werewolves join the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752?
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Ooh, fight, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention.
Oh my goodness.
And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't boot and it wasn't flack.
So also, after reading the books for the first time, I have come to notice that this game gets like more specific when it comes to details in the books about the school. So in the movies, Peeves was not there. He pops up several times in this video game. Um, and then there are just certain details about the school that they changed for the movies, but they kept it the same in the video game. So that's pretty cool. Okay, is there...
Revelio.
Okay, let's do this thing. It took me forever to figure this crap out too. Okay, so let's see if I remember. Alright, so we already have 5. Oh wait, no, sorry. No. So basically, the way this works, for those of you who could never figure it out, is the number in the middle of both of the triangles is the answer. And the 3 options that are in all the corners of the triangle, they need to add up to the number that's in the middle. So we have 5 in the middle. We already have 3. We have 0. The pictures on this door here add up to 9. So this character at the bottom left here, I think that's 0. And then the unicorn is number 1. The grabhorn is number 2. The 3-headed snake is number 3, and then so on and so forth. So basically, you have to pick the animal that represents the number that you need to get to 5. So we have 3, we have 0. Basically, we need 2. So it's going to be the grabhorn that we use here. Which is that. And then you go find the other one, which is the 2 question marks, which is right over here. And then you look at that number in the middle. You have 12. You have 4, and then you have the unicorn, which represents number 1. So that would be 5. So the difference between 12 and 5 is 7, I think. Yes, 7. So number 7 is going to be, which one? That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm not sure what animal this is. It looks like a sea creature of some sort. The one right before the spider. So we're going to switch it to that. All right. And that should open the door. Voila. Took me forever to figure that crap out. Okay. Now let's go to Defense Against the Dark Arts class.
Thomas Brown knows more about books.
Actually, hold on. I feel like I need to... I know. Go away. I remember seeing some papers flying around in Central Hall. I just want to grab some of them.
I just wish they'd hurry up and assign the essay on werewolves. When are we getting to that?
Well, I thought I saw some papers. Oh, yeah. That might be all that I saw up here. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do this little quest with Lenora.
Ugh, what am I missing?
Hello, Lenora. What are you looking at?
Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
Well, we do.
Are there other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Alright, so there's going to be a bunch of these lying around the castle. So basically all you do is you hit Lumos.
Lumos.
And it's going to show you a
That
picture.
spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
It's going to show you a picture of where this moth that you have to find is located. So once you go to the spot that's in the picture, a moth should be somewhere in the vicinity. Oh, there's another one. Thank you! It also shows you where to go. I don't think it always shows you where to go, though. Sometimes I couldn't find the moth, and I don't think there was ever any direction.
This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it?
Oh, wait, hold on.
Revelio.
Let's do that first. Thank you. Ooh, statue of Gregory the Smarmy. This statue with an ingratiating grin depicts the medieval wizard Gregory the Smarmy. The wizard's famous for inventing Gregory's unctuous unction, a potion that makes the drinker believe whoever gave them the potion is their best friend. That kind of sucks for the person who gets the potion.
Lumos.
I'll take you, moth.
Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
They do use the word unctuous a few times in the books too, so that's kind of funny.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
Thank you. Let's go find Lenora, dear. Girl, why is it taking so long to figure that out? It's pretty easy.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I'm not telling. That's funny. Like I said, this is going to be an evil playthrough, but I'm going to start off with being, like, mostly good, and then maybe after the first trial or so, that's when I'll start to switch up. Whatever. And because she is a fellow Hufflepuff, I'm going to go ahead and do her a solid.
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Matty's good at that too. So is Meat, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Oh, darling, you know, it is what it is.
Sometimes she could find me quite...
Oh dear, I shall get in trouble for this.
What's up, girl? Cressida.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
Oh, how fun.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our Meat told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did Meat tell on you?
Why did our meet tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands.
Well,
If
we
you
have
could
to read
collect
it.
them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
First
I'm
things
going to have
first.
to use Accio to get to those books.
Yes, I know. We need the flu
Revelio.
powder, though. There's one somewhere in here. Is it over here? No. Where's that flu powder thingy? There you are.
Got it. Only 4 more to go.
Professor Black, might I suggest a ban on magic in the library? Someone has been sneaking into the restricted section, and Cressida Bloom seems to think of the library as her own personal arena in which to practice her latest incantations. It is most disruptive. One might consider Peeves tame by comparison to such antics. Well, Cressida doesn't mean any harm, honey. Jeez. Give her a break. She's a magical student. Hand it back over. Thought I saw something.
This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her.
Today was a good day. That is, until Gareth splashed whatever ridiculous concoction he was creating all over my perfectly stewed lace-wing flies. Had to empty my entire cauldron and start all over again. He is such a menace. Thinks he knows everything there is to know about potions, always disrupting Professor Sharp's class with his experiments. I'm utterly convinced that if he wasn't Professor Weasley's nephew, he would have been expelled by now. It's kind of harsh. Our broth smokies again tonight for dinner. I'm becoming more partial to them now, although I still prefer meat pie. Okay. I mean, honestly, it's not really that bad of a diary. Like, if she talked about her crush, that would have been like cuter. But you know. Mm. Like if she had like a little crush on one of the students, that would have been more embarrassing. Okay, so I'll go upstairs. I need to go upstairs for this. There you are.
That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
Oh, what's this?
Revelio.
The old librarian, one of the first librarians of Hogwarts, is depicted here. Rumor is that he had no tolerance whatsoever for noisy students and was known for his liberal use of the silencing charm at the slightest sneeze. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, hello, Miss Lady.
Revelio.
But there's somebody over here. Ooh, I'll take that. And we can do one of these.
Lumos.
Alright. I feel like we just walked past that. Okay, yeah. One of the paintings is shushing. Where is that at? It's not that one over there, is it? Let me see. There's two statues hanging around it. That might be it. Ah, yes. Thank you.
Revelio.
Alright. Let's go return to Cressida. Put her out of her misery, I guess.
Hello, Cressida.
Hey, girl.
I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Perhaps a reward to keep the diary a secret. That's so mean. We are going to switch to being mean once we start seeing more magic that we have capability of seeing and everything. But for now, we will go ahead and be nice.
Here you are.
Well, lesson
Plus,
learned.
Cressida isn't one of the
I
characters that
certainly
annoy
won't
me.
be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.
I get it, honey. I get it. What does this say? Hold on. Ah, something in Latin.
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why that portrait was empty.
No problem, Lenora. Alright, so we were supposed to go to Defense Against the Dark Arts, right?
Revelio.
I'll take this, please. Thank you. All right. The Wyvern Fountain. This fountain is in the Transfiguration Courtyard has a likeness of a wyvern on top and serves as a relaxing place for students to gather. Despite rumors to the contrary, possibly started by Sir Cadogan, this is most assuredly not meant to be the wyvern of the Y, slain by the lively knight in spite of himself. Okay. I think Sir Cadogan is in the books too, if I'm not mistaken.
Revelio.
All right, let's go. We love defense against the dark guys.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little.
To the
Today, we
wise,
will review
age
a spell
matters
that
very
has saved
little.
me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Okay. Levioso.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Getting rid of that table while Ominous is leaning on it and he's blind is so wrong to me. He didn't know it was about to go away and he's blind. He can't see what you're doing, honey. Say something before you move the table.
See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Levioso.
Good. Now, well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel.
Well, you're about to get a reintroduction, bud.
Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be lucky.
Nothing lucky about
All right.
it.
I'll let you get up. Oh, okay. You got me.
How perceptive. That's good form.
I know.
Whoops.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor
Appreciate
Hecat.
it.
Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you.
I'm sure he
Again,
will.
Well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Revelio.
The Hebridean Black Skeleton. This large dragon skeleton that hangs in the defense against the Jackguard's classroom is allegedly a trophy taken by Professor Hecat after she single-handedly defeated one of the largest poaching rings in eastern Wales during the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. Fancy. And it's funny because they do have this same skeleton hanging in the classroom in the movies too, so cool backstory behind it.
Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around. Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Blah, blah, blah. We scrap
Nice
over
work.
here. Hello, subs.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've had my share of wand combat. It was never used my wand in combat. Yeah, we're gonna admit that.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Sounds intriguing.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested.
Oh yes. We are
Till
very
next
interested.
time.
Thanks, Sebs. We will see you later. He will be our best friend in this game.
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Appreciate that, Adelaide.
Revelio.
There's one somewhere around here. There it is.
Revelio.
Okay. The Augury Skeleton. This is the skeleton of an Irish phoenix of augury, an intensely shy bird who can forecast the coming of rain and whose mournful cry was once believed to foretell death. Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Revelio.
Okay, I hear a ting somewhere. Where is it? One of the most annoying things about this game is finding the field guide pages when they ting and you just can't find them, but you hear it, so you're like, okay. Okay, see, now I lost it, so I'm moving further away. Oh, there you are. The Serpentine Beast Window. Although Slytherins like to think this window is somehow a tribute to their house founder, it is actually a serpentine beast curled around a tree that extends from the mouth of the legendary Green Man.
Revelio.
Ah, another one of these. Alright, let's do this again. Alright, so 21. So we have 11, and then we have 2 from the Graphorn, so that's 13. The difference between 13 and 21, I think that's 8. So we need the spider. Wait, no. I was trying to go back. No. There it is. Okay, and at the bottom, we have 17. So we have this crazy thing in the bottom right here. So that would be 9 plus 5, I think. Yeah, that's 5. So 9 plus 5. That's 14. And so we have 17. So we need 3, which would be the 3-headed snake. And where's the other thingy? I think it's upstairs.
How are there so many lectures in
There it is.
herbology?
There we go.
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why that.
Am I right? Woohoo! Landscape painting. Okay, let's go find another quest. Weasley after class and cross wands. Let's go see what's going on with cross wands.
Don't get too cocky simply because you had one victory over Sallow. He never backs down from a fight.
I'm gonna be quiet before I push you over, and you won't see it coming. That was mean, but also, befitting for the situation. For those of you who don't know, we will meet Ominous too, along with he kind of coincides with Sebastian's storyline because they're best friends. Ominous is blind, so that's why I said that. I was being funny. Whatever. I would like to think that eventually the MC and Ominous. Ooh, okay. Oh.
Oh, not again! Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim, did you praxia mole? As long as 'twere only 1 time per week, I can plunge the boys' lavatory, not for the meek.
Please, Peeves, you'll make me late.
to stop me, did rancorous carp. Sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed, as did his containment charms. So I took my revenge to wreak havoc and harm. It was granted my privileges be handsome indeed.
Okay, I'm gonna get this,
or I'd
please.
fire up the cannon,
Thanks.
and so she agreed.
All right, haunted toilets. We see that. Unless in dire straits, it is probably best to avoid this particular toilet, as it is allegedly one of Pease's favorite pranking spots. Very clearly, we see that.
Contract with her, not with him. That if I behaved, I'd have one weekly swim. Whee!
I'll get you for this.
All right, what I was saying was about Ominous is I would like to think that the main character and Ominous do become good friends enough to be able to crack jokes. So, you know, when Ominous says something slick, I might crack a joke or two. I'm gonna be honest now.
Revelio.
Ooh, Lachlan the Lanky. This statue depicts the wizard Lachlan and the Lanky, a tall, slender wizard who appears quite proud of himself. For what precisely, no one knows. Oh, there's something else. Oh, there it is. Map of Argyllshire. This map depicts Argyllshire, a region in Scotland which contains the Hebrides, native home of the Hebridean black dragon. Okay. The ghosts are so funny. What's up, bruh? You chilling?
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Thanks, Sebastian, but I'm gonna grab this first.
Can I help you?
Hello, toddler.
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed ones. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I did take him down a peg.
I seem to have a knack for dueling.
Then you've come to the right place.
How does crossed ones work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree.
Yes, it is.
Besides, in crossed ones, you could duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Sure.
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
Highly unlikely. Girl, who are you? Ah, girl.
Come on.
No, ma'am. Who you thought this was?
You're better than that.
Lumos.
Girl, no. Okay. Girl, me and you, we're done. Oh my god, I got defeated. Jesus Christ.
That looks painful.
No.
Another round?
We almost had them. It's fine. I didn't use any of my Wigan Wells, but I'm not going to because these people are lightweight, and I don't care if I just lost. We're gonna beat them. We're gonna beat them next time. They caught me slipping.
Yes, don't count me out yet.
Brilliant.
It's okay. We got this. We'll just focus on one.
Act like a winner.
Okay. Let's just go ahead and take her down first. Okay, where's the other guy? Okay, who just hit me? Who the hell just hit me?
Pity more people can't watch the duels.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organise these duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you. Again, congratulations on your first Crossed Ones victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
Thanks, dude. Alright, anything y'all would like to say? No? 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 Nope, I think that was it. Alright, well, guys, I think I'm going to call it a night this go round. I thought this was a good place to stop. Next episode, we will probably end up going to Hogsmeade. Well, we'll see some fun stuff. So, hope you guys have a good evening, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.